I cannot believe it. The Yankees just got shut out by the Baltimore Orioles and just lost a series to the Baltimore Orioles, one of the worst teams in all of baseball. Ugh. I'll just do a quick game recap and then just get into my thoughts on this horrible, horrible series against the Orioles. The game was a pitching duel, which it really shouldn't have been considering the Orioles have one of the worst pitching staffs in all of MLB. The Yankees scored no runs. Nestor Cortez Jr. was pitching today. He was absolutely fabulous for us. 5 innings, struck out 12, only gave up 3 hits and no runs, gave up 1 walk, was amazing. And then Green came in for an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, gave up a walk, got into some close situations, but ended up getting out of it. Then everything fell apart in the 8th. So Jonathan Loizica was pitching. He gives up a single, then walks a batter, then gets 2 quick outs, walks another batter to load the bases with 2 outs. Mound visit, Orioles pinch hit with Rougned Odor, former Yankee. And Odor hits a single to right field to score 2 runs. Down 2-0 in the 8th. They bring in Lucas Luetge. I think he should have been brought in when we saw Odor was the pinch hitter, so then you have a lefty-lefty matchup, and Loizica was already at like 25 pitches. But they didn't. Luetge ends up giving up a double, so wouldn't really have mattered. Now it's 4-0, because that double scored 2 runs. Then he gives up a single to Jorge Mateo. Now we're losing 5-0. He strikes out Austin Hayes. And then the offense just doesn't do anything. I mean, we're down by 5. It's the 9th inning, and we go down 1-2-3. Just a miserable, miserable game. Cortez was great. The bullpen, yes, some people will blame the bullpen here. Say Loizica blew the game. You can't really say that when you're versing one of the worst pitching staffs in all of baseball, and you cannot score a single run. The Yankees got 4 hits today. They had 15 left on base. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Judge, Donaldson, and Stanton all could not get a single hit. They had 6 strikeouts combined. Atrocious. LeMahieu was 2 for 3 with a walk. He was the only good thing today. But besides that, absolutely no one could hit. And this goes back to the first game of the series, where the Yankees lost 1-2. I mean, it was another game where it was a pitching duel, and the Yankees scored 1 run. Yankees scored none today. The Yankees should be blowing out the Orioles. The only time the Yankees should be losing to them is if the bullpen is absolutely dead, the Yankees score a ton of runs, and like our 5th starter gives up a ton, and we have no one in the bullpen to rely on, so we lose in like a slugfest. It should never be that we cannot score enough runs to beat the Orioles, but our pitching is decent. Like, yeah, Loizica gave up the main runs, but the offense should have scored at least 1 run. This was a winnable game. Off game tomorrow, if I believe. So let's hope the Yankees, work with Dylan Lawson, work with the hitting coach. Let's hope they improve, because you gotta beat the Orioles. You gotta be beating up on the bad teams. That's what good teams do. That's what World Series teams do. They beat up on the bad teams. So let's hope for better luck in the next couple of games.